price action in the 1 minute, at the break of news, the 1 minute candle came right up to where price is right now.
Right in here, you're saying?
Yeah, right, exactly there. Well, no.
What's down here now?
Yeah, right there.
Is this a candle wick?
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, so that's a solid 1 minute candle right at this point, and then the 2 minute candle goes right up to the top, and there's a little bit of a wick on the top. So you're missing the wick on the top too. Not a big deal.
All right, let me close this and then open it again.
There's a lot of functionality that has been added to MT4 over the past year, and I think that's made it a bit more bottom heavy. So what I've done on both my brokers, including FXCM, is I just keep the size of the entire MT4 platform under 50 megabytes. And it's a lot happier.
Oh, I didn't mean to close that. Okay. This is frozen also. That's a 1 minute chart. Oh, this is fart. All right, so let's try this way. Let me go to indicators list. Signal bars, inputs. Let me just change an input here. Make it 5. Okay. So the prices did change, but they're still not moving. The spread's not moving. I think it's frozen again.
Looks that way.
Yeah.
Can't you tell from the bottom of your platform? I can tell from mine.
Well, see, I have 77.1, and that hasn't changed.
Yeah, that
yet.
should be moving all the time, so that's clearly frozen. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's locked in, and before I didn't even have this on the bottom of the screen. All right, so I'm just
actually, I had this same thing with Pepperstone yesterday for the first time ever, and I just got on to live chat with them, and in 5 minutes they sorted it. So that one's moving.
All right, so let me see. I'm testing all of this stuff, so let's just.
That's working.
Yeah, let's. I don't have my 5.5 on this, so you know what? I'll just throw up the 1889, and I'll come back to these later. Oh, this is kind of. I want to put the 5.5 in here. I have to go get the folder with all the indicators in it. Yeah, see, this is ticking away. This is good. That's a 1 hour chart. Let's go down to a 5. Okay, this is ticking. That's ticking. All right, so we're all good here then. Now, let me.
You just got to put the 5.5 on it and your B bands, and then you're done, aren't you?
Yeah. Let me just find a template. This is it. So, file, open data folder, which naturally would open up all the way over here. And let's bring this over here. And to MQL4 indicators. Now let me get all these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to put synergy on there. Well, I'll put it on this one just so we can talk about it a little bit. Okay, copy, paste. Okay, skip. I've got all the indicators in here. I just don't have a template. All right, so let's go back. Go back, template, and I have to copy, paste. All right, and refresh. Let's do that one more time. Refresh, and then go here. And there we are. I may have to adjust this box, though. This box I know is going to be wrong because it's a different platform. But that's neither here nor there. But you guys are familiar with the TDI, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so nothing.
Don't use it, but yeah.
Yeah, I threw it on there because someone said, hey, you should look at the TDI, but then they started getting into too many things. A couple of things I liked about it. The one I liked the most was when you have an upward sloping bottom here. When you get this shark fin, you know what I mean? A shark fin is usually a pretty good sign of a turnaround. You also get your divergences here and there. They show up pretty well. And there's a whole bunch of nonsense they get into with all these crosses in here and all that, and it just got to be, way too much.
Yeah, the basic premise of TDI is 12 to 2 and 4 to 6 or something like that, isn't it? On a clock face, isn't it? The slope of the TDI.
Yeah, well,
You'd be facing 4 to 6 or 2 to 4 or 12 to 2, whatever it is.
Well, use the crosshair. So you see your red and green lines here are both,
yeah,
like that. And then over here you use the crosshair. You see that so that was another way of looking at it. But it's always after the fact because in real life, that's all I get. At the current candle.
Mm.
So they always show you this stuff way after the fact, and I found that there was so much after the fact data. The only thing that I liked on this were the divergences and the occasional shark fin in the direction of the trend.
Yeah, so some people only use the red and green, don't they? They take everything else off.
Yep, exactly. So I'll just keep it squeezed down here in the bottom. Oh, you know what? Let me just get rid of it. I can always add it later. And I explained to you what this was, right? This is my this is a super smooth RSI based on Jurek math. And I had a chance to speak to Mark Jurek too by accident one afternoon some years ago, which was kind of cool.
You ever spoken to Hull?
No.
I don't know what the maths is behind his moving averages, but my God, they're so different, aren't they?
Yeah, it's not like a triple, like a TMA, but I like his moving averages, particularly.
Yeah, so do I. I'd just like to understand really what's behind it more. I'm going to need to do some research on that. It's just, you put 100 Hull moving average and 100 normal moving average on there. They're like
nothing alike.
Nothing like each other.
Yeah. I think I have the MQ4 for a Hull. Oh, this thing went right to my damn take profit and didn't give it to me. One tick. Okay, but let me see if I have a Hull. Oh, look at this. First we had the gap up and now we got the gap down.
Oh.
Yeah, this is not. All right. Well, I mean, I wish it was a little bit different, but that's just the way it is. And there's no way I could have read this with this gap here. But let me just see if I have the MQ4 for a Hull. That's Hull.
That's a Hull shifted.
Yeah. Well, all it is, it's a Hull moving average, and they allow you to move it back and forward.
Yeah.
Modify. I'm sure I have one. There's another one called the Russian HMA, which is actually the Hull. You know how somebody takes it and changes the name for their purposes?
Yeah.
Just give me a sec to just do a quick search on this.
I can send one to you if you want.
Oh, with the code in it?
Oh, with the code. I don't know if I've got MQ4 version or not.
Yeah, I've got the MQ4.
Oh, have you? All right.
Yeah, I've got the Hull MA MQ4, and I'll drop it in the Skype. Oh, my Skype is off. Oh, I was going to shut down the computer last night. That's what it was. One thing that's very helpful that I'll suggest to everybody, like I tend to leave my computer on 24/7 because I'm testing a series of EAs right now, and one good thing is when you shut down, like or usually on a Sunday, is totally unplug your computer from the modem and all that. Um, um, oh, okay. Now this guy. Oh, so I unplug the power cord and also disconnect the RG cable. Um, I just gotta type this guy. As you can tell, I'm a hunt and peck typist.
Careful.
Robert, do you have a microphone? Oh, we got 9 people in here today.
Anthony is in here too.
Anthony?
Yeah. Anthony Lewis.
I don't see Anthony Lewis. I see Tony Lewis. Robert, do you have a microphone?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Are you working with Joe? No, apparently
No.
not. No, Joe just sent me the.
Robert's a friend of mine.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, welcome,
Yeah.
Robert. Good to see you. And
Hey,
yep, and you have my condolences.
Yeah.
I
All
hope
right.
you have a good sense of humor, Daryl.
Yeah. I've been working on him.
Okay. I'm going to put this hull in the room, and maybe you could take a look at it. Is Tony here? Yeah, he is. He probably just doesn't have his mic turned on. All right. Well, Robert, okay. Yeah, well, we were curious about the underlying math in this. MACD hull. Shit, I sent the wrong one. But that's a MACD based on hull math also. Here's the hull with the source code. It's in the step by step. So do I have to bring Robert up to speed?
Well, he's watched several of your videos. What do you say,
Okay.
Robert?
And he didn't get scared away. That's a good sign. That's a good sign.
I think just continue on. Any particular questions, Bob?
No, not right now. Just listening and watching.
Okay.
Well, feel free to chime in. We're a pretty flexible group here. It's not like we've got a private school nun here with 2 rulers taped together.
Lou, that turbo thing you've got there, what's that? Is that an MA on top of it there?
Oh, yes, I was explaining this.
It's a 3 MA, okay.
Yeah, it's a 3.
Okay.
And it's something I put together myself, not like it's a great invention or whatever, but
Yeah.
and apply the first indicator's data.
Yeah.
So
And what's your setting for the turbo itself?
the turbo itself should be 7.
7, okay.
And if you put a regular RSI on, you'll see the regular RSI is a lot more jagged.
Yeah,
And
so
this
is like
gives
a smooth version, yeah.
Yeah, this is really, really nice.
Yeah.
Which is what I liked. It does get jagged.
It's good for drawing trend lines, Lou. That's what I was thinking.
Oh yeah, well I do use trend lines on this. The only thing that I
Yeah.
don't like about this is that in here I don't get that second hump.
Mm.
This is so smooth you don't get that other bump.
Yeah,
So
you get
let me put a regular RSI in and you'll kind of see what I mean.
a
Um,
lot of Batmans, I can see.
yeah, yeah, and yeah, right, exactly. And the occasional half a Batman.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but these Batmans are pretty good. I
yeah.
happen to like those also. Um, Let me put a regular RSI in here and input, and I'll make this a 7 also.
Yeah, then you can compare it. Yeah.
And you see, look at that.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's horrible
It,
compared to the other
it's
one. Yeah,
right. But what's nice about what the an advantage and disadvantage, this is so incredibly smooth that once
yeah,
this takes off past this 30 point,
yeah,
it usually is a nice smooth ride either to the 50 or back to the 70. But
yeah.
I can't draw the trend line on this. I can't draw the
You can
trend line
draw
I'm
the trend
accustomed
lines
to.
across the tops and bottoms, can't you, easily enough with that?
Well, you could draw the trend line across the Batman when you get them, like this Batman right here. And
No,
what I mean,
I was thinking more of the
oh, in here,
yeah, yeah, like that. Yeah, yeah,
right? Oh, yeah, you certainly
yeah,
can.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, without
yeah,
question, you could do that. But
yeah.
I'll give you an example. Like in here, on this whole run up, I've got like a couple of nice spots here. I can put a trend line.
Yeah.
See there? I can connect there. I can connect there. I can't do that anywhere in here.
No,
So
no.
I missed that piece of it. But as long as it gets above here, if I get a Batman here, I put my trend line underneath. And I don't bother with all of that now because I kind of read the candles more than anything else. Or if it goes above the 70 but not quite the 100, the minute it pops back below,
Yeah,
then I want to take that.
yeah,
The
yeah,
minute it pops below the 70 or below the
yeah. I got you.
The,
Yeah.
the cross back over it of its signal line is a really good trigger by the looks of it, isn't it? If you
uh
just trade, if you cross, you look at the general trend and then you take a cross of the blue back over the red
yes.
as your entry. But I was wondering, Lou, in the parameters for that Turbo J RTX, if you decrease the number so you make it a bit more spiky, that might give you enough jags to do draw some trend lines on. If you make that 3 maybe.
Okay, let's take a look at it. I know I've probably done this. And yeah,
Oh,
and
oh.
Yeah.
it wasn't as smooth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so if you're looking at the red line, you've got, it
You want
doesn't look
control?
very helpful, does it?
No, it doesn't. It really
Yeah.
doesn't. So for me, like I said, the 7 was nice and uh, it fit the bill, the
Yeah.
7, because I wanted smooth movement. Wow, there it is. Let's go back to a 7. Then you'll see how it's like a breath of fresh air. I mean, that's just nice. It worked pretty well on the roller coaster. I just have to find 1 hour settings to
Yeah, the
tweak a
cross
little
of
bit.
those trend lines is good too, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like I said, this was, way too jagged to offer me any smooth information, and this was just really nice. And to go into something that Tony said was these crosses of the signal line. Well, if my MACD is above 0 and I get a cross up or I get a long cross, then most of those are usually pretty profitable, but you can't use this necessarily as an exit. So
Mm.
in this case, it would be for entries only. So here my MACD is above 0, and so that's across long. That's across long. Might not have gone very far because we're in divergence now, where the MACD is going down, but I'm still getting long crosses. So that's an indication of a type of divergence that happens between these two indicators.
Yeah.
You see right here.
Yeah.
So yeah, you did have the cross, but MACD is already sloping down. So that means that this long move may not have much emphasis in it. Over
Yeah.
here, as your MACD signal is getting longer all the time, this cross has some impetus to it. And
Yeah.
this cross has some impetus to it because our MACDs are consistently getting longer. But then once they turn back the other way, you'll see that like this cross didn't produce anything near this cross. You follow me on that? So as an example, this cross here, let's do it this way. This cross on the turbo produced a potential 90 pips. I know it says 99, but I was air and safety. All right. Now this cross, which looks like it should have really produced a killer because we're at the bottom now, hopefully going all the way back to the top, because MACD is now consistently making lower highs. This one really won't give you much. So this cross at its maximum only produced 13 pips because it's a kind of divergence between this wanting to go long, but the power of the MACD moving price short.
Yeah.
All right. So it's a subtlety.
Yeah. Bressett's got an indicator that's something similar to your turbo, isn't it?
If I remember Bressert, and do I have? I know I have it. Let me just see if it's in this platform. No, I do have it though. Bressert, also Laguerre with a moving average on it was similar.
Mm-hmm.
Laguerre histogram?
No, just the traditional Laguerre. Here's the Bressert with this is Bressert no repaint with alerts because Bressert would have a tendency to repaint, which is file. Let's just throw that in there. Oh wait, maybe I have a picture here. Oh, I'll just throw it in. MQ04 indicators and copy paste. I might need the actual EX4, but let's see. Close this and refresh and come down here. I don't see it in the list. DSS Bressert. Oh, it's a D. DSS Bressert. Okay, let's get it. I'll leave it on the same chart.
No repainting version.
Yeah, and that would be this. So this is only the single line.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a little bit different dynamic.
Yeah.
And you're just waiting for
these. There is one with two lines though.
Is it DSS Bressert or just Bressert?
I don't. Without looking, I don't know, but.
Well, I've got a bunch of them.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
The MACD you have on there, that's not the hull, is it?
No. You want to see the whole MACD?
Well, I mean, just you're covering enough stuff right now. We can get that later or something.
Okay. I never really got into the special indicators part of this whole thing that I'm doing. Let's take a look at this one.
My query with Hull was just why it was just so vastly different from the same moving average of any other description.
Yeah. Well, this is a Bressert here set with settings 51.5, but they've also got these other. They made this way complicated, at least for my eyes, anyway.
Oh, I wouldn't understand that.
Yeah. Now here's a dynamic zone Bressert, which is a very similar thing.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
I mean, it all depends on how you want to use it.
Sure.
This is a multi-time frame Bressert.
Oh.
That would paint these arrows. I have no idea what these arrows do. And this is a dynamic zone Bressert, which looks identical. Yeah. It is identical. It's just without the arrows. So when I was studying the special indicators, I would do the screenshots and the whole bit. I mean, I really spent a lot of time. Had one group, a particular room, got mad at me, wanted to boot me out because someone would post, "Hey, I found this great indicator, blah, blah, blah." And I would say, well, look, let me give you a little history on it. Then I'd post like 3 versions of the indicator and a detailed explanation of what it was supposed to do. And they kept thinking I was trying to step on their parade.
Oh,
That's exactly what they thought.
sure.
Yeah.
You know, and I was just trying to, you know.
Did you find a Hull normal Hull moving average or not, Lou?
Yeah, I posted it in the. Let me put one on.
Put it on your chart. That's what I mean. That's what I
Oh.
meant. Sorry.
Oh yeah, let
Yeah.
me do that now. Yeah. Let me see here. Let's go down to the actual files here.
I presume as you don't use it, you prefer ordinary MAs.
Oh no, longer time frames. I really like the hulls.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Like
daily and above, I guess you mean, yeah.
Yeah, 4 hour and higher. Because once those trends on the 4 hour and higher turn, they tend to stay turned.
Okay.
Oh, I did Hull and I got all of those. We were looking for okay, here's HMA, and HMA shifted. You know what? I'll just put all three of them in there. Open data folder. All right, this is good. Since this broker's a bit buggy, we can actually look at some other stuff here today. Indicators, and we've got 1, 2, 3. Copy and paste. And they've got a Woody's hull from Woody's. What do you call it?
CCI.
Yeah, and I've got Heikin-Ashi Smooth.
Order canceled.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Let me put these in. Heikin-Ashi with.
Tony's put the formula in the room.
Oh, he did. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And
I just need to go to school to understand it now.
Oh yeah, I know. There's the Russian. You wanted the MACD hull, someone said, right?
No, I don't think so.
I think Daryl asked about it, right?
Did he? Oh, fair enough. Yep.
Well, yeah, you already put it in there.
The MACD hull?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's a movie. Well, yeah, you did the MQ4.
Oh,
yeah, you put it in the room. It just says
put it in by accident. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's close this and refresh. Oh, I didn't mean refresh. Oh, yes, I did. Okay, so we're going to look at the HMA and inputs. This is a 21 and colors green and dark violet. That's good enough. So that's a 21. Look how closely the 21 follows the 5s, but there's no crossover.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah. That's amazing that a 21 hull can be like a 5 on a normal one, isn't it? It's just.
Yeah, it really is. And the other thing too with
it's actually linear weighted stuff, isn't it, Hull?
Well, Tony would have to tell us that.
Yeah, I think it is. Well, I think he's got that in the formula. Let me have a look. Yeah, WMA. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And again, it changes color when the slope changes.
Yeah.
Can you guys see that? Because these colors are kind of the same.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Let me just go to a black and white chart. BW clean, and then I'll throw it up on here. HMA, yeah. Yeah, so as you can see, when it changes, now the only thing with Hull that Jurek tried to address was the occasion of overshoot. And this is what they used to call overshoot. Okay, it would get so far away here, I guess because of the way the math is configured, that sometimes you'll get way down here and your crossover won't be really registered up until here somewhere.
Yeah.
So that's something that would happen on occasion. But again, going back to why I like them on higher time frames, the hull for me also incorporated a bit of the 18. So if I'll put an 18 moving average on this also. And oh, let me just go here, get the regular moving average.
The slope of the hull looks like a good indicator of trend.
Well, it is, yeah. I just want to put a moving average up here. Moving average. Why do they do this to me?
Don't you do it from the top, Lou?
Yeah. Trend. There we go. And I'll put the 18 back up, and you'll kind of see. So now the 18 obviously is going to, stop right in here. You don't get your crossover till here because it's, different math.
Yeah.
But you'll see that if I follow this 18 after this cross, I'm still in the trade. The hull incorporates some of that for me because we never got a red or the opposite color hull here.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? I have to change these colors because they look so close to me. And let's make one, let's make the green lime and just make this one red so we can, that's a little, is that better?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
All right. So as you can see here, when we get this this change over here, even if we follow the hull, we're following the hull here, as long as we don't get an opposite color, there's no reason to exit the trade. Now with the 18, it keeps you in the trade much longer because you never get a break above the 18.
Yeah.
So I gave up a little on one side and got a little on the other. So on faster charts, I prefer the regular 18 because on slower charts, you'll get a lot of these and they can really throw you.
Yeah.
So on like a 4-hour, what I like about them is, like I said, when this changes, it's changed for a while and you got a good shot at getting a nice piece of a number.
Yeah.
Combine that with the 100 pip grid. Where's my grid builder? Grid builder. Okay, we combine that with the grid builder, and let's make these lines black. And then what you can look out for is when you get these changes at or near these 100 levels.
Yeah.
Okay, because that will usually, oh wait, something's on this. That would usually give you a nice heads up for a decent turn down.
Yeah.
And as you can see here, we're red all the way down, and we've got that pullback. Okay, we got the pullback here, and this slope is red. You can jump on this and then try to ride it to each 100 level, until you get a green space. There's no reason to exit the trade. And as you can see, the 18 gives you the exact same thing.
Yeah.
It's just, a little farther away. So I opted on slower charts to use the 18, and on longer term charts, I really prefer the hull. So when this closes here, and we get the green hull, and we're at this 100 level, then my target will be the next 100 level. Okay.
What's the number on the hull? Moving average.
Well, it's 21, and I believe I was using a 13 on that. Let me go back to a 13. The 13 is going to give you a few more changes. Okay, like you'll get a few more of these things here, these shorties. But what I'm primarily interested in is when we cross a 00, what color is my hull? And that's what I'm looking for. So I'm not interested in this change because we never crossed the 100. You follow me? This one I'd be interested in because this candle did cross the 100, and when it did, my hull was red. So then my goal then would have been to take this down to this level, which it didn't make, but you get the premise.
Yeah.
Okay, you can certainly grab 50 pips, I guess. But that would be the idea there. So any of these things that happen in between the 100 levels, I'm not interested in.
Yeah.
This short, I'm not interested in because we never got above this 100. So I would prefer that we were above the 100 and then close below. Then I'd be interested in this. This is what I'm more interested in. We're below this 100 level, then came back above it, and my hull turned green. So this, I'm going to ride this to these independent levels. Same thing here. We were below and then came back and crossed up. That's the one I like. This is the one I like. This is one I would like, but the hull was the wrong color. You see that? So by the time we get here, by the time this candle opens, this hull is red. We were above the 100. We've come back below it, and now I want to go short right there.
Yeah. Lou, the way whilst you're in that area, the way somebody showed me years ago how they did it was that your hull is green, yeah.
Wait, let me give you control, Mike.
I don't think you can you, or can you these days?
Oh no, I can't. No, you're still
right. So your hull is green where it's going up there, yeah.
Here.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And like when a candle closes inside of the green hull,
closes below it.
A down candle.
Yeah.
The one further over to the left. The first one over to the left. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The way I was shown was obviously price is way in advance of a moving average anyway. So what he would do would be to draw a horizontal line there, and then when the hull changed color, he would take the first candle that actually broke through that line he'd drawn.
Oh, I like that.
That's what I was shown years and years and years ago, like in like a 10-minute lesson. That's
I like it. It reminds me of the fractal breakout. You know, if you throw a fractal
again, I missed it. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Mike.
That wasn't me. It was somebody else.
Mike, can you say that again for me? I missed it. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, well, Lou's drawn it now. You can see where Lou's drawn that line.
Well, let me start again. So what Mike was saying was he was taught a method that if price comes back and closes below the hull, in this case, this black candle, but the hull is green. Okay, so when this candle closes below the hull, even though the hull is the opposite color, he would put a marker at the bottom of this candle because this candle closed below the hull. And then what he would do, he would wait for the hull to change color and break that low. So his entry would be here.
Yeah, exactly. The top opening of that candle, yeah, or close of the one before, yeah.
All right, so he's looking to break this low.
That's what he showed me before. What settings on the hull he was using, I have no idea, but
right, and let me because that's
many years ago that was.
Yep, and we talked about the fractal breakout once before. Oh, there they are. Let's make them orange. It would be the same thing when you get this fractal. When this fractal forms at the open of this candle, what you want to do is put and in this case with the fractal breakout, you want to take that. And then when you get the next new fractal, as long as that fractal isn't moved, your entry would be here based on that. It's very much the same thing as a fractal breakout.
Yeah.
But they're using a hull. So I like the premise because it's simple and you can take it anywhere. I'm just looking for the hull shifted.
I think it looked better on your original setting actually, Lou. It was more smooth, wasn't it? Whatever the first setting you had was on.
Yeah, I think that was 21.
I don't know what it was. Was it? Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, what was the default setting?
Which is a logical number, 21. Yeah.
Okay, so and again, you tweak it and kind of make it your own. Is what that boils down to.
By adding the 18 to it, yeah. So yeah.
Right. Well, I added the 18 to kind of show you how I thought they were similar. But the hull on a faster chart, there'd be so many of these little guys, red, green, red, that it didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
But when I looked at using the hull with a location frame of mind, that's when it really turned into something. So I like this when it goes below, then comes back through, and the hull changes. I'm off to the races.
Yeah.
Here we went above, came back through, and then my hull changed here, and now I'm off to the races short. And you see the hull never changed color. But that's the key.
Your 18's acting as your stop, more or less, yeah?
Yeah, it could certainly do that, yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So here we're above, and we go back below. Right here, this closes below this 100 level.
Yeah.
Our hull is now red. We're off to the races. Like same thing, you get the hump, closes back below, hull turns red, we're off to the races. All of this in here, nothing to look at because we never went below and came back. So that would be it's simple, but on 4 hours in dailies, you sit and wait for a while, but looking at that line in the hull is the easiest thing in the world to do.
Yeah.
And now this is the daily. Now with the daily, you can be here for a while. What the hell was this? That looks like a fat thumb
what
day.
date is it?
Yeah.
Non-farm payroll or something probably.
Yeah. Wouldn't be
Oh,
surprised.
Steve, one of those two.
Didn't you have a glitch on your chart? Something? I don't know. Never mind.
Yeah, no, there was a glitch where we had one candle that was like a mile long, and it kept skewing all the charts after that.
I was just wondering whether this hull would sort of work well with Daryl's trendline stuff he's doing at the moment, which seems to be pretty good.
Yeah, it could, but now with what Daryl's doing, I would eliminate the color change aspect of it because your trend line is going to be your
trend
point of direction.
Yeah.
So with the hull, I would make this a solid color line, and I wouldn't worry about that. All right, so.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
but
because
it does look interesting. It also looks pretty similar. That hole 21 looks pretty similar to, I bet, about an 8 EMA or something like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. You said Tony posted the code in the room?
Well, he posted the formula, for the hull, yeah. It's all based on weighted moving average stuff.
Oh boy, you have no idea how inadequate I feel reading this.
Yeah, I didn't understand it either, but I understood what WMA weighted moving average.
Yeah.
At least I hope it means that.
And multiplied. I bought a book on programming because I wanted to dabble in it a little bit. Because sometimes I get indicators, and maybe all I wanted was an alert, or I wanted to be able to change the colors or change the parameters. And
I just noticed in your left-hand list there, you've got something called a Robbie DSS presser, whatever that is.
Oh, okay, let's go.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. Oh, you mean over here you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, where is it? Okay, let's take a look.
Yeah.
EMA. Oh, okay. I know what this is. This is.
I've got something. Yeah, I've got something similar to that. Yep.
Yeah. Now I don't quite understand the dots on the bottom, but this looked to be pretty decent too.
Yeah.
When you get that first red dot.
Yeah.
You could take a shot at it. The only thing is that it wasn't.
Yeah, but first red dot below the line, below the 80, not up in the oversold or overbought areas. Yeah.
Okay. So Robbie DSS presser V1. Let's see what that one is.
Might be better.
Well, they got rid of that thing on the bottom.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Dots on the bottom.
Yeah.
And I believe this is a combination of the Bressert and something else.
It's a stochastic thing, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for the MACD. The MACD hull. Where is the MACD hull? But they took the whole math and just applied it to everything.
Yeah.
The Jurek math, well, they did the hull too, but Jurek also.
Yeah.
You don't have it in there right now, the MACD.
No, let me just do a quick search. Okay, we got a few of them here. Let's file. And of all the special indicators, the one that I found to be the most useful has been the hull.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Well, for simplicity, some of them can actually be pretty good, but there's so much other stuff you have to get into, or so many nuances that it actually loses its uniqueness, and it actually becomes another piece of work you got to deal with. And and what's the name of this? MACD hull. Okay, that should be simple enough to find. There we are, MACD hull. Input standard. And this is the hull MACD. Let's drop a regular MACD on it.
Yeah, see the difference. Yeah.
Yep. That's not the regular one. That's not the onboard MACD.
There it
Here
is.
we go. Oh, reset. Okay, so now as you look at the whole MACD, you can see, we'll take this area, it shows a lot better. You see we have a lot more variances, even though MACD from this point is short from that point. Let me just mark that. I got to come up here, otherwise it won't. Okay, so MACD is short from there, but you see here, this incorporates a great many more moves
Yeah.
in this same thing. So it's a much faster sense of MACD.
So you mean you probably need to change the settings on the whole to slow it down a bit?
I would guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
So again, it's something else to kind of tweak.
Yeah.
What
was that MACD Burnt was using? Was it 123644, Daryl?
Hold on.
Oh yeah, where's Burnt? He was. I thought he was going to come in and share
Yeah,
his.
he said he was. Yeah, yeah.
Share his method with us. But you know, when the time is right.
Oh yeah, 144 was the last number. Who is that?
Yeah, was it 123644? I think it was, wasn't it? Something.
No.
Unusual.
Oh
Wasn't
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Who is that though?
Burnt. The guy who traced the DAX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go back.
Which, as he's German, I suppose, figures. Yeah, probably knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is that thing somebody sent. I like this. Oh, you know what else I was looking for? It was Burnt that shared that that picture, that dragging looking sort of picture, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I wanted to use that as a logo in the room with the videos. I have to go back and find it now. Find his post. It's in there somewhere.
It'll be in the Skype room.
Yeah, but I'll do that later. So again, for the longer term, I'll get rid of these. We're done with these, right? We don't have any.
Yeah.
All right, so delete, 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 and delete. So again, this is what I like to see. I like to see prices below a level come back up through it, or prices above a level and come back down through it, and then have your whole change. There are a lot of good, anywhere from 50 to 200 pip scalps, I'll call them, on a daily chart that you could pick up doing that. Let's close this and go into a couple of pairs just to look at the. Let's look at something real volatile. You can really see it. Pound Aussie. So you can see here where we are above the level here. We never break this level. Okay, so keep that in mind.
Yeah.
We close below this level. Our whole changes. And from here down, we're just waiting for hull to change back, so you can pick up 500 pips, okay? Or when your hull changes, right in here somewhere, or pick up 400.
Yeah.
And that's, but you wait for this. This is with that 5 o'clock at the end of the day thing I was telling you about. I would come home from work.
Yeah.
And again, we're above, we come back. Now, here's one where you don't make much on it. We close below, and here's our hull, so we only enter right here.
Yeah.
You see, so you didn't make very much on that at all, like 50 pips.
Yeah.
But still, if you, break a piece off at 50, move your stop to break even.
Yeah.
And now we've come above this level, and now our hull has changed here.
Yeah.
All right, so our entrance is here. Our hull never changes color until here. That's about 900 pips.
I'll tell you what this reminds me of, Lou. It reminds me of your what do you call it? Your B bands.
Yes, very similar.
Have you looked at those B bands on a daily? If you're using something like the normal 20 setting with like a 2 standard deviation or a 3 standard deviation, you're going to get 50, 60, 70 pip losses, but some you can get up to 800 pip wins with that system,
Well,
just trading color to color on the arrow.
yeah, like I said, you'll never miss a big trade with that.
Unbelievable.
You just have to deal with the,
You just
with
have
the
to deal with
losses and
drawdown, and you have to wait quite a few. Sometimes you wait maybe 2 months, but if you've got 800
yeah, here's your
pips,
V-band switch right here.
yeah,
And remember, part of the function of this V-band is that these dots can be your floating stop.
yeah,
All right, so you wouldn't get out of this trade until right here.
yeah.
Let's assume
Yeah, how many pips is that?
1,300.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah. And now here, as you said, you could have depending on money management now, because I like to get a little bit off of it. That's 300 pips.
Yeah.
And then the next flip over was had a maximum of 600, but had we exited at that would be down here, we'd actually lost money on this one.
Yeah, but there's no way you let 600 pips go by.
Well,
Is there?
exactly.
You'd be trailing that, wouldn't you? Every couple of hundred
yeah,
or something.
yeah, without a doubt.
Well,
And 20 may not.
Reaches every 3 pips.
Well,
Oi!
oh, that's funny.
He knows
Yeah,
me
but
too well.
again, you would want to trail, and the other thing too is to try to stay in the direction of the general overall trend. So
Yeah,
if you've got this strong downtrend like this, you may get out of this quickly
yeah.
and then jump back in on the downtrend again.
Well, Daryl's trend line would work perfectly with that, wouldn't it?
Let me see, Daryl's trend line.
I'm thinking about it for sure.
Well, see, I don't see Daryl's trend line in here because I don't see, unless he's counting this opposite color candle tail as a trend line
I was
break,
thinking of the
or
line
from here to
I was
here.
thinking of the line you've just drawn, Lou. The trend line you've just drawn, but
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see
this.
a ton of them in there.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That works perfectly with Daryl's trend line.
Yeah. Your trend line over here, Daryl, I guess would be these two.
Actually, no.
Well, that's what I draw. But
Well,
anyway.
what would you get from here to here?
I
The
know.
only thing I could see would be this.
Well, no. I like to use the closest two. So that's kind of hard to explain. You want to hand it over to me? I'll show you.
Yeah, because this would have to be one of the closest two,
Yeah.
but this is not a swing point. This is
Well,
not a swing point.
This is the one you just pointed to was a level 1 swing.
Yeah. Is that in that document you sent?
No, it's not.
It's
But
the
I
Mark
discovered
stuff. Yeah.
it's in the book. I bought Tom DeMark's actual book, and I think I have it packed away someplace. So
Yeah, but I have that whole thing. The piece you sent, there's a bunch of charts that are missing. There are a lot of charts that are missing in that.
Yeah, that was just a partial thing.
Okay, let me. So while you're doing that, explaining, I just want to go back to my search function here. Just give me a second.
Yeah. Okay.
And let me just type in. Okay, so while that's going, you can explain. Oh, gee, it would help if I spelled it right. Come on, wait. Just give me one more second. Okay, go ahead. You've got the control now. You can take whatever indicators off,
Oh, I don't need to do that. Okay, so here's what I'm talking about. Actually, I don't need that.
I've got the indicator that draws the Tom DeMark trend lines.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sticking with the level 1, just because these don't always work out, but sometimes they do. So that would be the trend line. So this would be the entry right here on the open of this candle.
Right. Now, why is that a level 1? Is that because it's the first reversal candle, the first turnaround?
No, because there's only one candle on this side of it that is higher. Okay?
Only one candle on this side of what?
Okay, here's what I'm saying is a swing point right here. Level 1 swing point. And that's because there's only one candle on this side that is higher.
Lower, you mean?
Higher. Okay, so this is a low, right? And this is a higher low,
Oh, I see. Okay, to the prior. Got it.
making that a level 1 swing point.
And what's the name of that Tom DeMark book? Do you know offhand?
I can't tell you, but I'll tell you one thing about it. I mean, it's like 300-400 pages. I got to chapter 2, and after that, I was kind of like, I'm trying to read, rocket science chemistry or something. That guy is so smart that it's just incredible.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Price exhaustion.
I'll find the book. It's in storage right now, but I'll go look it up and let you know.
Let me see. View. Let me see. Rotate.
So your entry there, Darryl, is the close of the next candle down, yeah?
No, it's the open.
Sorry, the open of that candle, yeah?
Yeah, the open right here.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So
And
this starts.
where's your stop?
Well, the stop is somewhere in the hinterland up here. I don't know.
Okay, because it's on a daily chart, you've got to have a reasonable stop, haven't you?
Sure. Now, the reason that I'm entering here is because of what basically when Lou is showing us the entries, the entries like on a pullback,
Yeah.
right? So I mean, this opened.
Oh, you got it. I'm sorry, Dalla. I found a book and was looking at it, but it didn't have the. Go ahead.
Oh, well.
I was using the mouse and it goofed you up.
No. Oh no. Well, that didn't. I just pointing to this candle right here, saying that the open is here because it opened on the opposite side of
On the side of the line, yeah.
Group.
Yeah.
Now I'm. This is all in theory right now. I'm not necessarily trading that way, but it would be tough. So otherwise, the next trend line on this would be here to here, because that's the next swing point, right?
Well,
So,
point out the swing point.
oh, I'm sorry.
I see it, but point it out for someone else who might not get it. Yeah,
Right here.
that's it. Yeah, and I would call that the dominant swing, but that's a true fractal though.
Yeah, that is a true fractal. Where the other ones, I'm kind of being
Modified sort of
cheesy.
fractals.
Well, yeah. I was going to say easy, but modified sounds a lot more politically correct.
And that's a really good trend line, Darryl, because you've actually got 3 points on it.
Well, yeah, that's
Well,
good.
at the time he draws it, you only have the 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell is that? Do you guys hear music?
No, that's your. You got the stuff going on again there, Lou. Sorry.
You got noisy neighbours, Lou.
Do you hear it?
No?
Nope.
I like it.
Not guilty.
So, have you been hearing music long, Lou?
Yeah, I actually like it. I'm looking for a theme song for my TV show I'm producing.
What is the music? Do you know?
Well, it's I wish you could hear this. I don't know what it is. It's something from some other website. I'm searching YouTube for different forms of like motivational music or inspirational music, and I want to use it as a theme song for the stuff I'm doing for the Masons.
For the Masons?
Yeah, for the Freemasons, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got some of those, and some of it has the binaural beats in it. So
Oh, okay.
I'll send something, and it's kind of like dance stuff.
No, well, not dance. Boy, I wish you could hear this because it's like
Can
and
hear the
now the
phone
phone
going.
is ringing. Yeah, I know. I'm hearing music and phones. I'm
Phone I
not
can
going to
hear,
answer.
music I can't.
Anyway, I'm just going to let the music play. Maybe it'll show up. But let's going back to what you were saying. This is a true fractal here, and I actually have the indicator that will paint the Tom DeMark. I think I have the Tom DeMark. What do you call it? Also,
Because
the EA.
DeMark only uses the last 2 points, doesn't he? He tells you to read from right to left like the Japanese, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he calls them supply and demand points.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I suppose they are in a way.
Yes. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the EA? Let me open this up. Um,
I heard
Tony,
music now.
you hear the music?
I did just then.
Yeah, I picked one of them out I thought you might like. Can you hear that okay?
Yeah, hang on. Is this an EA, Tony?
I wouldn't have a clue. Well, Tony will know, but I won't.
Okay, sorry. This music going.
Sorry, mate. Is what an EA?
Uh,
The trendline trader thing.
yeah.
Go down a little bit. Let's have a look. Search for the word. Do a Control F
Yeah.
and search for order modify. No, order close.
Order modify. You said.
No, order close. No, all one word.
Oh. Oh, I know what this is. No, it says not found.
Yeah. So no, it's not an indicator. If it doesn't have the functions in there to open and close orders, it won't be an EA.
Okay.
It'll just be an indicator.
So what this does is this just drops. Wait a minute. Let me move this. Oh, that's what that music was. I wish I knew what the song was. That it was a perfect song. That was one of those courses. I told you I bought a bunch of courses and didn't have a chance to even do any of them yet. So I'm trying to catch up. Now I have a script for the Tom DeMark projected high and low. I need to close that. No, I need to close this. Let's just see what this is. The file. Open data folder, and this is a script, so I'm kind of curious. MQL script and Tom DeMark projected high and low script. Copy, paste. Okay, and refresh. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. Delete. All right, let's, nope. And refresh one more time. Now let's run down to the scripts folder. And let's get rid of these grid builder. Okay, and moving average, we can delete that. And let's put this script up here, see what it does, if anything. And it's, oh, got to go to current time probably. Yeah, there we go. Tom projected high and low script. And it puts these lines up, but I'm not sure where they're being referenced from. Okay.
Oh, Darryl knows the answer to that. He was explaining it to me the other night.
Is this trendline projections?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Tom DeMark projected high-low script.
Okay, projected high-low script. Okay. Script. I think that's different.
Oh, is that different, Darryl?
I can show you what the price projections are.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Price projections. Yeah.
Yeah, let me just add the trend line trader in here. I want to take a look at that also. Copy and paste. Okay, trendline trader. Come up in here, refresh. And I can't remember how to remove a script.
Doesn't the script just run and then close?
Yeah, but if I wanted to get the lines off, but that's neither here nor there at the moment. And now I want the mark trendline trader. Okay, input, allow inputs. Okay. Yeah, so this is the trend line trader. Here he draws the, it automatically draws the trend lines. It gives you all the data in here.
So here's the deal, though, with this indicator, if it works like the rest of them. I still have, yeah.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to first draw the trend line to here.
Yeah, because it moves virtually on almost every candle, doesn't it?
Well, on every fractal it'll change.
On every fractal, at least. Yeah. Yeah.
So it would move the trend line to here. So therefore, your entry would be, over here someplace.
Yeah. Yeah,
Follow
because
that?
time's moved on. Yeah.
Yeah, so what this does is it's drawing the downward last two fractals and the last two fractals here.
Yeah.
Right.
And if it breaks this trend line, that's your target.
Yeah.
If it breaks the red trend line, that's your target.
Yeah.
And it pulls them up automatically.
That target is based on, well, when you're through there, hand me the mouse.
Oh, I wanted to drop this in the chat, so
yeah, go ahead.
okay, no, you go ahead. I'll drop it in the chat later.
All right. Anyway, so here we are. We have this high right here, right? So you draw, you take, it takes a distance from here to the trend line, straight down to the trend line, which is about 637 pips. We're on a daily. Yeah. Okay. And so it takes that 637 pips and projects it down to this line, right there. And that's how he gets the price projection. So it would be the highest high above the trend line, straight down to where it touches the trend line. Now it's already made the other one because it would have been. Let me show you.
And keep in mind, it's the highest high since that first fractal where your mouse is right now.
Sure. Yeah. But this is where it was previously. So then this line.
Wow, that was a good trade. Whew.
Line was only it was only 480. So it already made that price projection down around here somewhere.
Wow, everything lined up. The trend line broke, and your hull was the right color, and
yep.
Yeah. So that's the price projection. And it seems confusing at first, but it's not. You just take the highest high above the trend line or the lowest low below the trend line and go, perpendicular across your trend line, and that gives you your price projection.
Right. Well, one thing with that, Dow, is keep in mind is when you draw this trend line starting right here, what you want is the highest high after this point, and that would be this one.
Yeah.
Which he pointed out. But just be clear, it's the highest high after your trend line starts. That's where you're going to project your price from.
Correct.
It's not this one and not this one, but the highest high after this starting trend line.
Yeah. Wow, that looks a hell of a trade.
Yeah, well, it's good stuff to set up on like the longer term charts. I just before I forget, and you guys know how I am, I do want to drop it in the chat. Because as we all look at this different stuff, we can end up building something that everybody can take advantage of.
Well, I was looking at Daryl's trendline stuff on 15-minute charts, and it looked pretty good on that to me.
Yeah. And I want to drop this in the Pip Factory room. Okay, so this is that indicator that I just posted. and I don't quite remember what the high and low thing. Oh, let me take the control, yeah, so we don't step on each other. I've got a whole folder I made for Mr. DeMark here. Oh, so it's the same thing you just sent us. But I've got I've got a lot of the other charts that were missing. Remember I was saying there's a bunch of charts that were missing?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Jesus, you could tell I wasn't getting laid back then. I mean, I was just way too into this shit.
TMI, dude.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, so now let me wait, what's this file here? You know what? I'll drop this. Let me see. Can I put this? You know what? I'll drop the individual ones. One, 2, 3. Okay, so let me slide this go to meeting out of the way. And well, you know, my goal was to really replace my income and get profitable and all that. So that's why I was that much into it. But this is the rest of the remember I said it's missing some pages?
Yeah.
These are the missing pages. At least from the document I have. And I know I have the bigger document. I just can't think of where it is at the moment. Let me see here. You guys hear that?
Pardon?
This is not Tom DeMark though. No, I got a bunch of videos in the Tom DeMark folder. Oh, DeMarker. Okay, that's not Tom DeMark though. Okay, now I see. DeMarker pivots. That's not the same thing. I guess the search just brought up everything with DeMark in it. Shit, I built a damn Tom DeMark EA, or someone built one for me, and I can't find it. It's probably on my other. We built one that would take this trade. Shoot. All right, that's neither here nor there. I don't want to waste a lot of time going over that. Oh, Heikinashi HMA Smooth. I want to take a peek at that also. That's Heikinashi bars with the hull in it. That's a 30 period. And you can see where it matches up with the hull pretty closely here. Wait, let's clean some of this stuff off. Delete. And I forget how you get rid of a script. Oh, see, it keeps popping back.
Take the indicator off, Lou. It won't work like that.
No, it's a script.
Oh.
It's a script. It's not an indicator. And I know there's a
right.
way. There's a quick key to get rid of the script, and I don't know what it is. That's why, you know, on my fib highlighter.
Yeah.
I had him. Can you make something where I can just take everything off? And that's the unhighlighter.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why
Anyway,
I
we
had
can
that
see
in.
that.
Yeah, but you can see that it's and let me just set this to the right. I think it's 21, and it should line up pretty much as the hull. It's a little off a little bit. Oh, I don't know what my hull setting is. It's 21, but you get the idea. It's a histogram of the same thing, basically. These are hull. Okay, so I know what that is. Oh, did you guys download that the DeMark stuff?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that DeMark Trendline Trader was the EA. Now I have to look for it because I know we built one. Positive of it. And I don't see it in this list. And I have 4 other hard drives on my other computer. I'll go through those. Okay, so again, this gives you all the information here. So now let's go indicators list and DeMark trendline trader delete. And I just can't get rid of these 2 lines. And these 2 lines are based on something in here in current price, and I can't figure out what it is at the moment. Let's go take a look at the market and see if it's calmed down at all. Okay, nothing there really. Let's come back here. Pound dollar. Yesterday was 182, today 178. This should come back down in here somewhere by the end of the day. Wow, that was a hell of a move. That's a long way to go. So from there to there, let's put a fib up. And where's our 50 is right in here. It should come back to maybe the US Open. I'll put a marker there. Someone making popcorn in the back. Okay, that could be a projected target if this turns around. All right, let's get rid of this. Well, there we go. Come back here. And we don't have any divergence here.
You're on a 1-minute chart there, Lou. You know that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I didn't know that. It still wouldn't change my projection of where price will go, but yeah. Let's get rid of this hull. And we still don't have any divergence here. Let's look at a 15. Nothing there either. But this is a reasonable target for a pullback. It just won't happen right this minute. Let's look at pound Aussie. Pound Aussie comes back in here, it may dance in this range again. But if it does come back in here, that will also be the 50% level. If we go from here to here, and we see our 50% level is right there. Right back in the middle of this. So that's a possibility for pound Aussie if it doesn't keep going. Pound yen. Pound yen didn't seem to be affected by all this. And as you can see here, you had 2 decent signals, one here and one there in London, with no ifs, ands, or buts, no you're above the 55, you're above the 18, and never got in, and still don't have an exit signal.
Yeah.
Similar situation here, but we did get an exit here finally. But we got this big range here and there. We could take this middle line out, but that's really our range. All right. I'm trying to see if there's a decent set and forget. Got a little bit of divergence here, but it already played out. You see there? And here. And remember, the arrow comes after the divergence, which is a nice little heads up. But this has already come back. It's 50% because we did 66.9 yesterday. Right now we're at 66.9, so it's come all the way back in. This is just a chop fest here. This looks like a diamond formation showing up, which we haven't covered yet. But what this will end up looking like is these prices are going to collapse like this. That's a little bit too much, but you'll get the idea. And this will collapse like that. That's usually this should be over here. That's usually what happens with a diamond. You know, it makes the There you go. Okay. And then you get the breakout above or below the width of the diamond.
The first part of that looks something like a wolf wave.
Yeah. Well, inside all of these things, you see all of the other
Yeah.
gyrations that everybody else talks about. Not that they're wrong or anything like that, but, you pick what works for you. But this does look like a diamond forming. Not a perfect one, but it certainly has got all the markings for it. Euro Aussie. This looks like it's got a lot of room left, the Euro Aussie. And where's our 50% level in here? Is right here. So yeah, this Euro Aussie's got some room to the downside too. Get rid of that. This wouldn't be a bad target, probably by the end of the day. That's something to look at. In fact, I will take that as I'll make this a 0.2. I'll get frisky. And sell. That looks like a decent set and forget. 80 pips potential profit, and I want to go right up in here about 30 pips stop. Oh, let me blow this up a little bit so we can see it. Again, this is a 15-minute candle. So I want to go right to this shelf. Is 35 pips. I'll go under the shelf. Right in there. And my take profit will be just a hair. I'll go 75. All right, that's about 2-to-1 risk reward. That's a good looking set and forget. And I'll just go over a couple of reasons that I like it. Number one, we've had a serious move up without an appreciable drawdown. We've got a series of lower highs here. Okay, and a possibility of a wedge breakout too. Right in here, right where price is. So it's worth a small risk. Certainly. Now, it could come back up and try to hit the top of this trend line again, which would, take us out of the trade. But that's a decent looking trade based on the risk reward. So it's worth a shot at something. We didn't take any trades today, so here was a no-brainer this morning on New Zealand yen, CAD yen, another diamond pattern. That's interesting. Okay, dollar yen. Let's open this up a little bit, see if there's anything here. All the divergences have played out. Nothing there. So the only thing I really see right now is this Euro Aussie. And I would like to play this short. Stop is a little tight for this type of thing. Stop should be out at the swing high, but I'm not paying that much for this trade. And we'll just let this one cook. We're back on the regular chart again, so you guys can monitor this and adjust stuff if you see the need to. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else we need to touch on. I sent you those charts with the DeMark. I posted the indicators. The recorder was on. All right, so we're looking good. So we will do this again tomorrow morning. Oh, today's Wednesday, right? So I've got a class today, this afternoon at 4. All right. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, same time, same place.
Yeah, thanks, Lou.
All right. taking a little bit different day. Things went a bit differently, but it was actually all good stuff. We got to cover some other material.
Yeah.
I'm happy about that.
Yep. Thanks, Luke.
Okay.
Thank
See you guys later.
Great class, Lou. Thanks.